Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
It's the In Wheel Time Car Show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey, we need more Jeff Zekin.
Yep.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday, a hot Saturday. It is here in the Houston, Texas area.
Hot.
Hot.
How hot is it?
Well, it's supposed to get up to like 97 or something today. But you know what? It's the end of July. This is what we normally have.
Yeah, we've been dodging it for the last month because of all the rain. So
I wanted to give you a road trip update.
Okay.
I took the Corvette, the 20-year-old Corvette, over to Mobile. It was kind of like a shakedown thing for me with my new tires and all.
You just put
those new
on
tires on there are
smooth,
sweet.
yeah.
New
Boy,
tires.
Alignment was good.
Oh, yeah.
You've had your fluids. You've had all your fluids.
Yeah, I got all that done. And so that part of it was great. There are a couple of things, however, that need to be addressed on the Corvette. One is a broken door lock, and it's the electronic part of it. We open the car. Well, the passenger side, I can go in there and manually open it, but it doesn't electronically open.
Oh.
$700 for the little brain that makes that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. The other thing is that the driver's side seat on my side, it has all those adjustments and it's got the lumbar support and all that.
yeah,
Well, the lumbar support thing won't
Inflate.
Okay?
Another $700.
It's exactly right. It's another $700 for that.
Let me calculate this. I'm ciphering.
You were earlier today.
So I thought,
Put a hose in that in the lumbar bladder.
maybe I can go ahead and just look at some other seats because I saw some video I was looking at about a C5 Corvette and headlights and all that. Guess what I found? Through Amazon, you can buy a set of seats that look really good. Leather, with the bracket that adopts them to the Corvette. $5
For both seats.
Now,
But they don't have the lumbar adjustment.
well, and that's the thing. So if I want to do that, well, you're going to have to add at least another $500 to it.
No, because you can, for I think it's $49, you can get that New York taxi driver with the wooden ball thing.
Oh, yeah,
behind you. You just ride with that.
and they make one in a darker wood color so that it would fit into the black.
I'll take the walnut, please.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get a black walnut, and you fit in with the black interior.
Yeah.
Well, as cars age, things go wrong.
People, too.
Electronics, thank you. Electronics in cars can be quite expensive, and there's only one vendor that sells those components, and typically it's GM.
Yeah.
Your struggle is going to be as the car continues to age.
More issues.
No, that they're not going to make those replacement parts anymore.
Well,
and they're going to run out, and then you're going to end
Well,
up.
the aftermarket for cars like his, though, it's not like a Ford or
somebody's going to have it,
Malibu.
but it's not going to be $700. It's going to be like $1,000.
The aftermarket for a C5 Corvette is unlimited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I doubt they make the lumbar bladder. I doubt they make the lumbar pump.
If it's the bladder.
I doubt
It's not the bladder.
It's the pump.
No, it's the electronics that make the pump work.
Okay.
That's the problem.
And those are the things that probably the aftermarket isn't making yet. And
I would not be opposed to putting some aftermarket seats in it. Matter of fact, this particular guy, he has obviously spent a lot of money on his car, personalizing it to his own taste. I think he had some Carbo seats in there, but they were red, and they looked really good. And to be honest with you,
you could probably get a set to match your shoes.
That's what I'm thinking.
I am not a big leather fan, as you know.
Well,
on
Friday nights you are.
Take it from Jeff, who knows, come Saturday morning.
But that's only my underwear.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, making sure.
But I'm thinking, I could really do with something that had like cloth inserts, leather surrounds, something like that. Something that looked sharp, that looked like it came with the car.
But do you actually
Except for
use the
people who
lumbar?
do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the back surgeries that
I've got
had.
the lumbar in mine, and I don't have it fully deployed. Because that
Every car that I get in, I max it out.
Do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I would think, particularly in a Corvette, where you're more
Laying down.
Yeah, there's a lot more pressure on
Yeah.
your back from the lumbar
Right.
because your seat is a little tilted back.
You know, the other thing, too, on this trip that I discovered, and maybe it's just me, but somebody needs to come up with A, B, or C, or a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star place to stop to use the restroom. And I'm not talking about Buc-ee's here because that's a given. But a place to use the restroom that's clean, that you feel safe, and you can buy some decent gas. I
Oh,
stopped.
you're asking too much.
Yeah.
I stopped at some shady places, and they were packed.
Yep.
You had to wait in 3 or 4 people deep to get into the bathroom. Are you kidding? And then you got in and you went, ooh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, but if you counted all 27 people you had to wait in line behind, you had a full set of teeth. Oh.
Well, I didn't take that into consideration,
Info,
so
Conrad,
it's my fault.
be there.
Yeah, send that with the Conrad at InWheelTime.com.
Because, you know, at those interstates, when they have a crossover bridge, there's a gas station on each corner
yeah.
for both sides of the freeway.
A smelly bathroom in each gas
And,
station.
and,
If you
and they
miss
all
one-
kind of look the same because you know that they were all built about the same time.
Right.
And, you know, over here's the Shell station, here's the Exxon station.
I
Texaco.
thought there was a Buc-ee's way out
I'm sure there is.
on the.
Yeah.
Not that I saw.
I
I
don't
guess
think
it's
I
on
don't.
the Florida border.
Yeah, I don't think it's in Louisiana. I think you got to jump. Yeah.
Yeah, just as you get into Florida. I know they've been building some outside of Texas.
You know, and they used to be Stuckies. And even
Yeah.
between here and Beaumont, they built a new Stuckies, and it's pretty nice. I had an aunt that stopped at the old Stuckies going east.
And she wasn't murdered.
Oh, she was talking bad about
And
it.
there's also pilots.
And the Petro.
Yeah. Pilots.
Truck stop.
Pilot truck stops, yeah.
You know,
You can
some of
shower
those-
in those.
Well, that's true. You can go to the bathroom, then go
And
wash
shower,
it off.
yeah.
All at once, right?
wash it all off. Yeah, there's that. I haven't thought about it, but it's hard to imagine today that you can have a, whatever you want to call
A
them,
janky bathroom.
at a janky store. Some of these stores, it's like, are you kidding me? It's just nasty.
So they're not on
Well-
they're not on the Michelin hotel.
No,
food
they're not.
chain
We've
thing.
we've got one down in Crystal Beach that it was the place to go because of the location, the brands on it and stuff. Well, it changed hand about 2 years ago. I won't go there anymore. I mean, the pumps don't work. You
Yeah,
go
but when you
inside.
got to go, you got to go.
Well, now you go outside. They've got porta potties sitting outside now. That's how
gosh.
far down they've gone.
And he's got warrants out.
You know, I just don't understand
Well,
that.
there's your $1 million idea, Don. You know, on the other side of on the other side of Orange.
Donnie's.
I'm not-
Call it Donnie's.
Donnie's.
I am not going to be the one.
Or Duckies.
I am not going to be the one to go along and rate each of these nasty places.
No, you could name
No,
it.
he was talking about building one.
You could name it.
hell no,
You
I'm
could
not
name
gonna
it.
do that.
Wash it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you'd have to change the name of it because there's probably some Indian tribe somewhere called the Wash-It-Offs.
Yeah. And they'll get offended. We could change it to the Guardian.
Yeah, there you go.
or Comrade's name or that he had earlier for it.
Or that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I had a friend of mine had a bowling team and they were called the Nads.
The
And everybody you cheer them on, go,
Nads. What a great idea. That's the name of our new bowling team.
the Nads.
The Nads.
Wash
Well,
it
we
off.
have the shirts for it.
We do. Yes, we do.
Wash it off.
So, what else did you learn on your trip?
Well, I will say this, that I got up to 28 miles per gallon
Fantastic.
in the Corvette.
Yeah, 6-speed in that car, and that's the thing about the manual in that car. It got so much better fuel economy.
Yeah. But what I would have liked to have had was just a little bit more horsepower.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's called a supercharger. Don.
I know it is.
I
And it's
never
a-
hear him say that. I always
How
hear
much
that,
is a
"Well, I didn't
supercharger?"
use
It's
that."
$7,000.
7,000. Okay,
And
I'm
and
ciphering.
hey,
Send your checks to sponsor Don's Supercharger.
$7,000,
Okay.
and it takes a weekend to do it. And it
Okay.
comes with all the pulleys, all the parts, all the
It's gotta
pieces.
be
If
low
we're
profile.
going to do it,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
is that
yeah.
it?
Fits
'Cause we
under
got
the
this.
hood, yeah.
We got the door, the seats, the supercharger. Carry the one.
Carry the one, carry the 7.
yeah. So there are those.
You get
there
an
are those
$8,400
items.
bucks.
And I mean, there's some other minor things that
But the new tires were a big difference.
And I've finally figured out what kind of color wheels that I want. Remember a couple of weeks ago I mentioned to you that I thought maybe about changing them to black wheels because that's the new hottest thing?
No.
They make that dark bronze.
Those wheels that are out there on that F Sport, Lexus F Sport that I'm currently driving, that is the finish that I want. That's exactly the finish.
Yeah, it was dark when we got here this morning.
Is the bolt pattern the same? Because we could like,
we could try them out. We could swap and try them out.
Yeah, those meats that are on my car.
Yeah,
no.
you get
And you just put them on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then you need to get some of those big 3-inch letters to put on the sidewall that say Corvette.
No, that will not.
Don Armstrong.
There you go.
Like Armstrong tires.
No, that will not happen. Do they still make Armstrong tires?
Ask Jeffrey.
I'd have to look into it. I don't know.
I haven't seen Armstrong tires. I have a sign on my fence there, but Armstrong tires.
That's what brought that up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah, Armstrong tires. Matter of fact, when I worked at Richardson Chevrolet, guess what kind of tires we sold? Armstrong tires. Guess how many we sold? None.
He's also got a peephole on the fence, too. You know?
Yeah, that's for the
No, let's not go there.
back over there. I saw a Hellcat the other day, literally, one of the first times in Mid-County, and they had those big, tall letters that said Hellcat on it.
And it looks like a NASCAR tire that's got
It
the
does.
Goodyear
It's
writing
exactly
on it.
what it looks like.
I think that's the look for it. I think
And
it,
it was white with black trim on it, and the black tires with the white letters. It really didn't look bad. Very NASCAR-ish.
And where do you
they
live?
don't run that car in NASCAR.
Well, down Nederland Avenue would be okay, though.
Nederland Avenue.
Yes.
Is that Main
Billy
Street?
Joe, Bobby Joe, and Betty Joe up there in
All
the
four of
water
them out
tower
there,
waving
yeah.
at people.
Larry,
Welcome
Daryl,
to
and Daryl.
Petticoat Junction.
By the way, what is there's Tomater and the other big name cars, cartoon car.
Tomater was the wrecker.
The wrecker. Yeah. And then there was the red thing, Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen.
So
The star.
Gina, last weekend at Houston Motorsports Park in the 3/8 mile race there, she had Tomater and Lightning McQueen there.
I'll be darned.
Oh,
in,
cool.
in person.
For the
They
kids.
looked like them for the kids. So find out that Lightning McQueen got stopped by the police for speeding. Can you imagine?
That's great.
Can you imagine the cop behind Lightning McQueen pulled over on the side of the road? Hey, buddy, do you know how fast you're going? I can just hear it, and he's going to a race. I thought that was all rather ironic.
Yeah, that would have been good. That's where you need that YouTube, TikTok video, whatever.
Yep. What a great event out there, by the way. And there's another race coming up on September 4th, I think it is. And
That'd be Labor Day weekend.
Yep. And it's a huge points truck race. And let me tell you something. I was never
That'll bring everybody to town.
I was never really into the trucks, but take away the fact that there's nothing back there. You think about it, it's the same setup as a car. It's just in the shape of a truck. It's, all the stuff underneath it. Those guys are very serious about what they do. And it may be a sport to them, and they might not be on the pro tour, but they are very serious. Oh, my gosh. So it's a points race, and I think that she said that they're going to pay $10,000 to the winner.
Everybody's coming.
But you just went to one last weekend ago?
That was last week at Houston Motorsports Park. So the next one is Labor Day weekend. And if you don't have anything to do, well, even if you do have something to do, make plans to go to this.
Take your date there.
Yeah. So,
Take the kids.
So the way that it works is she opens the gates at 5. Now, she says that the racing starts at 6. Sometimes it's 6, 6:15, sometimes 6:30. Whatever the case. We were out of there at 9:30. Mm-hmm. That's what I like.
It's because you weren't racing smart cars.
Hey,
Amen to that. There weren't any wrecks. The show went just like that, like it was supposed
And
to.
they do a good job of keeping it going. And then between races, generally Gina and the crew are out there revving up the crowd as well.
It's a 3-hour entertainment extravaganza that runs as smooth as glass.
$1 hot dogs, $1 beers.
Yep. So anyway, and it's cheap to get in. I mean, everything about it is fun if you're into motorsports at all. 3/8 mile asphalt track up of North Lake Houston Parkway. Mm-hmm. So
are you going to do color next time as well? Or?
No. I'll stick with the winter interviews. It was nice. One of the kids, he was 19.
You told me that.
Yeah, and he started crying. It was his first win.
Cool.
That's
awesome.
It was very cool. And everybody in the crowd stood up, applauded him, and
So did you keep him in the emotion?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Because that's a good interview, is when you can keep
It
them
was
in the
a
emotion.
great interview.
Then they just become a blathering.
Now
Something they'll
it
never
wa-
forget
it wa-
either.
Strictly a class act, and there are a lot. I mean, a lot of younger drivers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting their start there. Well, one of them that I interviewed in the spring, one of the winners was 13. 13. He beat everybody in the class.
That's my granddaughter's
Fearless.
13.
Yeah.
And he was good, man. He knew what he was doing. He started in go-karts, as they all do. And he had it together. Those are really exciting interviews for me.
Yeah,
I enjoy doing
kids
them.
that age get support from their parents.
And
'cause
who
their
else?
parents are probably in the automotive sector somehow, either racing or
Right.
parts or
Think
whatever.
about who else started in go-karts. Max Verstappen and Hamilton. They both started in
I'm
go-karts
done.
actually together.
I'm done with that.
Why are you done? Why do you keep saying that?
Because I just
Hamilton
think it's
took
rigged.
Max out.
I think it's just the most favoritism types racing.
Well, they said
When-
that Toto Wolff, the general manager of the Mercedes team, was lobbying the judges
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was.
before
Here.
they came out with their 10-second penalty. And he, both of them, it was a racing accident. I'm going to give
No,
it as
I disagree.
It was a racing accident. Max has done that to people, and now somebody did it to Max, and Max blew a gasket.
Max almost died.
Hamilton was wrong because Max doesn't do it at a 180-mile-an-hour turn at the F1 race at Silverstone.
I understand.
So he does it at these slow turns.
Does what?
There was a
Cuts in, dive bombs him in the corner to take the space, and then as the
Inside
other
car.
guy is taking the normal arc to the apex, Max
They
is
collide.
there, and they collide. And,
Spins
and they
out,
wreck.
da-da-da-da.
Well, Hamilton did it to Max at a no-lift turn at like 180 miles an hour. And Verstappen in the Red Bull car goes flying and had a 51G impact sideways into the wall, and he went to the hospital.
and they said, "Oh, that's okay. It's just Hamilton. It'll get over."
Yeah,
well,
everybody
it grinds me.
Everybody's on both sides of it. To me, I think it was just a racing thing.
No, they
just
should have told
bad
him.
choice by Hamilton to do it at 180 miles an hour.
Pack up your stuff and get out of the country.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't do that. Well, he
That's
lives
what I
in
would
that
have done.
country.
Well, I said get out. Go find another country to live in. You're done.
But he ended up Hamilton.
Angry?
Hamilton
Yes.
got a 10-second penalty
Oh,
that
big
that they
boy.
applied at a pit stop, and he ended up winning the race anyhow.
See, that's what I mean.
What are you trying to say, Jeff?
We need-
Pack your stuff up and
Jeff,
get out.
Jeff needs to be in charge over there. Apparently.
Oh gosh,
They need more Jeff over there.
They do need. Yeah, we all need more Jeff.
can we send him?
Please.
Have to bring the band with me.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Bring the band. We're putting the band back together. Speaking
Playing-
of the band,
playing
Jeff
tonight.
is going to be playing tonight. At the Huli Hut down there in Galveston.
Yep. 19th Street on the Strand.
Sounds like a strip club.
It could be. When we're done playing, it will be.
You guys are going to get naked on
I
stage?
I might have to go then.
Conrad, I
Yeah,
can get you
I
backstage.
can't go this weekend. He's always on the weekend. I can't go.
No, I'll
Go next- do it
You're
next
always doing
weekend.
something on the weekend we play.
Oh,
Change
You're
your
always
schedule.
busy, Mars.
next weekend. Next weekend. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Go for it. It's all you.
Yeah.
So did you hear General Motors recently spent $71 million buying 3 buildings in Pasadena, California to set up a new campus for the Advanced Design and Technology Center?
I heard about that, yeah.
I did
I
not.
mean, I think about it, and let's see. GM spent $71 million buying a 3-building campus. Didn't Toyota just leave Long Beach and all of that complex there and move to Garland, Texas? And my mind reads, didn't General Motors spend like $120 million moving Cadillac from Detroit
To New York,
Manhattan
and
and
then
then close that out? I wonder why they're losing money.
They're not
Decisions.
losing.
No, they're not losing money, but they stopped all truck production right now
Yes.
because of chips. Just completely, they're not building trucks
Right.
at all. How would you like to be a GM dealer today, knowing that
You're not
there's
getting
no trucks
for a
coming.
while?
Yeah.
Scary.
Well,
scary.
Ford's not delivering any. They're making them, but they're all sitting on lots around Detroit.
Well, I
Wait.
think the intent now is to go ahead and deliver
They're
them.
asking the dealers
Right.
if
Take 'em.
yes.
And then, so they'll be drivable to get on the transport and off the transport. And then when they arrive at the dealership, they're not sellable. And Ford is going to send in the modules that the dealers are going to plug and play the modules to make them
I
deliverable.
want to tell you something else that's going to happen once they're parked on that lot, which happened with years ago when I was a manufacturer rep with Pirelli. Pirelli had an issue with flat spots in the tires
yeah.
at the dealerships because you would take it out for a test drive, it would thub, 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 thub as you drove, air up the tires. They would continually rotate their stock and their inventory. That's going to be a factor coming up as
yeah.
well. They're going to have the tires.
Well,
that
you
are-
also have environmental damage. You
Yep.
also have hail damage, all of those things. And that's why they haven't determined what Ford's going to do with this backup of inventory they have in Detroit.
And who's going to
You know,
pay for the floor plan?
What
Yeah.
was it? What was it? A couple of
Insured.
months ago, or a month or so ago, they had all the floods in Detroit.
Yes.
Yes.
And think of that damage, and now whoever manufacturers ended up with flooded vehicles, they were responsible.
I don't
for
know if they had a lot of damage with the dealerships, but they did have flooding.
Right.
I'm not really sure where.
I do have some headlines I want to get in.
Okay.
Speaking of GM, they plan to recall certain Chevrolet Bolts for the second time in less than a year to replace defective battery modules after customers who completed a previous recall remedy continued to report battery fires. GM did not say when the replacements would start. Okay, good luck on that.
New marshmallows.
News as of last night, Tokyo 2020 sponsor Toyota will not run Olympics-related TV commercials amid lackluster public support for the Olympics, with 2/3 of Japanese doubting organizers can keep the games safe during the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a local media poll. Toyota Motor Corporation President Akio Toyota and other executives will not attend the opening ceremony either.
Nice.
And some 60 Japanese corporations who have paid more than $3 billion for sponsorship rights to the postponed 2020 Olympics now face a dilemma over whether or not to tie their brands to an event that has so far failed to win strong public backing.
And
get
they
the money
won't
back?
get. And they won't get their money
gonna
back.
say, get the
either.
money back.
No, not at all. I was watching some of it.
I didn't.
I watched women's water polo last night at midnight,
Great.
Yeah.
and then today
On the Nobody
men's-
Cares television network?
It was on the internet.
And then no, it was on NBC Sports. And then at 7 p.m. tonight is the men's water polo versus Japan. I'm sorry, I'm a water polo fan because both my kids played collegiate water
I understand. Well, I'm a volleyball fan,
polo. Okay,
but for a different reason. Well, not completely. I mean,
Or
my
hand-
daughters
or
played
handball.
volleyball, but this is, sand volleyball out there.
Yeah, we did water polo in high school, but the horses were drowning.
yeah. But ching, old joke.
Chevy
But you're
plans
an
to
old guy.
Chevy plans to launch a supercharged version of its mid-engine Corvette for the 2023 model year, the brand said in a statement Monday. The 2023 Corvette Z06 will add racing components to the standard Stingray. Chevy plans to share details on availability and launch timing when it reveals the Z06 this fall.
Cool.
Special edition features Corvette racing-themed graphics. Got to have those.
That's going to have that skull thing on it.
Including a number 3 on the back of the yellow edition and a number 4 on the gray edition, Chevy will build 1,000 special edition models for left-hand drive markets.
And they're headed to Le Mans in
That's Le Mans.
Le Mans. And trying to get their 10th overall win or a 10th class win
Something like
with
that.
the C8.
Yeah.
GMC will join the electric pickup fray, executives said on Monday. GMC. Okay.
Not Hummer.
Duncan Allred. Who's named Duncan?
That guy.
Well,
Vice
hopefully we can get him
President,
on the show.
Vice President of Global Buick and GMC. We are not going to get him on the show. Told reporters a full-size electric pickup would arrive in quote-unquote due course. What does that mean?
Soon.
Whenever they get it
GMC's
together.
confirmation of an electric pickup follows Chevrolet's April announcement that it would build an electric Silverado powered by GM's proprietary Ultium battery at GM's Factory Zero plant in Detroit. Forecasters expect GM to also build the GMC pickup at Factory Zero, alongside the 22 GMC Hummer EV pickup and the 2024 Hummer EV SUV and the Cruise Origin. Everything's going electric. And that's a story that we need to delve into, and I don't want to do this in front of. I don't want to do this in front of our good friend up in Dallas.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you that as the days click on, and more makers, some of which you've never heard of before, are all saying, "Hey, we're building electric. We'll build an electric." Okay, where's the infrastructure? And so there was a study done about the actual power supply. It's going to be minimal effect on the power supply. That's what I hear.
Power grid,
hockey.
you mean? Power grid.
But yes, the power grid. But the infrastructure to charge all of these electric vehicles, it doesn't exist.
Well, it does in Van Horn, Texas, because did you see when they launched that whatever it was rocket? That they drove Bezos out to the rocket in a Rivian, the Rivian truck.
Yeah, the Rivian truck.
Which I
Talk
thought
about product
And so what
placement.
was that, about, 5 miles or something?
Something like that.
Maybe.
It was just right down the road.
Yeah.
Because the rocket was only 65
Well,
feet.
and the reason being is because that's the brand that they're going to use
at Amazon.
At Amazon.
Right. And then Mercedes announced plans to invest 40 billion euros.
Whoa. That's 88 cents, isn't it?
Between 22 and 30 to develop a full electric vehicle platform. So they will be only selling electrics by the end of 2030.
Huh.
That's not that far away.
No.
Are Andy and Mercedes ready?
Yes, sir.
They are?
Yes, sir. They're sitting here
That's a
ready.
beautiful thing.
I'm so excited.
I know I am too.
So,
But they're inside.
that's okay.
Well, they're in, yeah, but I mean, it's early
Must
there.
be raining
Yeah, it always rains up there.
or
doesn't it?
snowing.
One or the other. But anyway, you're going to love them. If you're not familiar with Andy and Mercedes Lilienthal.
You haven't been listening.
Yeah, that's right. And we haven't talked to them probably in 6 months.
And you know what? I was
it's been a
thinking
while.
about them when we were at the remote that we should have had them on, but we can't do that Zoom there. So I was thinking about it.
Well,
You were thinking?
Yeah,
That's good news.
It is. It's always good news.
and it was only a week ago that he was doing it.
All right. Well,
And he
it's
remembered.
time now for a quick break here on the In Wheel Time Car Show. Back after this.
Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the most sought-after models in the Houston area today. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is easy to get to on Highway 225 near Beltway 8 in Pasadena. Whether it's online or in person, you're welcome like one of the family. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier monthly car cruise-in, returns Saturday, August 21st at 2 Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods at 2 locations. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Loopy Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard just south of I-10 in Katy, and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Loopy founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in. Tailpipes and Tacos at Loopy's inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway just south of I-10, where you'll see the In Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in at Loopy's in Katy and Kirby, August 21st, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.